Next, we are going to be talking a little bit more about Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, I was on Facebook for what the past 2 days, and I've been seeing these statuses about Jay Z becoming the first rapper billionaire. You know, that's some good stuff, man. But I've also seen a lot of conversations.
Sorry, producer Bummer.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of conversations relating to that, and everybody wanting to know how he's a billionaire, what happened, you know. But Jay Z figured it out a long time ago, and he's been working towards that goal. And shout out to Jay Z, you know, for becoming the first rapper billionaire. But it's a lot of things that we need to understand as a people. You know, I'm speaking, you know, to my black people. A lot of things that we need to understand, like we need to understand business for one. You know what I mean? I'm not talking as if don't no black person understand business, because I know, you know, every time you try to say something positive, somebody find a negative in it and try to spin it to make it negative. But this isn't a negative post. But what I'm saying is, we as black people have to understand business. You know, everybody want the here and now. Everybody want the quick dollar. You know, and I've seen a lot of people, you know, that has the businesses or whatever, you know, little startup businesses or whatever. But you know, we have to understand that, you know, you're not gonna see, you know, big money that first year or the first couple months. That ain't how business works, you know. And when me and my brother started this business, Shelltown Music Group, LLC, you know, I thought the same thing. You know, I was like, man, shoot, we don't, you know, we did everything that we legit now. We done did everything, you know. We got our LLC, you know, we in the game. You know, that's what I was thinking. But that ain't true. Like it's a lot of work that comes with it, and if you're not willing to put in the work, don't expect any results from it. I mean, anybody can have a business, but what are you doing? You know, and that was my thing. That was my main thing. That was my mess up. You know, when we first got the business, you know, started making these promises and started talking, oh, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this. You know, I jumped out there head first. You know, trying to get these artists to see the vision and doing all. It was a lot. You know, and in the end, you know, you end up looking dumb because you know you bite off more than you can chew. You know what I mean? Like, and I've learned, you know, the first rule of business, the first rule of thumb, if you have the business, is to build the business first. And that's why I made the mistake. I didn't build the business first. You know, didn't try to gain any capital, no investors, no building for that. You know, I didn't have nothing other than a business. But you know, I wanted to do so much. You know, my heart was in the right place. I feel like, but you know, the things that I wanted to do, I couldn't do financially. I couldn't do it. You know what I mean? But another thing about business that people need to understand is, man, these people, Jay Z ain't got no $1 billion in the bank. Like, come on now. Sometimes we gotta use common sense. Like, if you think Jay Z got $1 billion in the bank, you crazy. Because for one, you know, he has it's called assets. His companies are assets. You know, that's what's generating the money to bring his net value to $1 billion. The companies do say title, you know, all those companies, the sports agency, that's what's bringing his net worth to be $1 billion. And that's not a bad thing because I've read a couple of comments today. People talking about, ah, man, I knew it. He ain't got no $1 billion. I knew it. Yes, he do. Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, all them rich billionaires. What you think they got? Assets. Yes, they have assets. They don't have that like the cash like in hand in the bank. You can go pull it up right now, and you can see all these big boy billions. No, they have assets. They're companies. They are assets. That's what brings their net worth up to those billions. Everybody in business, like if you're a successful business person, you have assets. Whether it be a stock in this company, whatever the case may be, you have assets. And that's what you work for. That's what Jay Z worked for. That's what Warren Buffett worked for. That's what Bill Gates worked for. That's what all of them work for. They work to build the company. so they can become assets. Those companies are assets. Say, for instance, if I had a company and my net worth was for $1 billion, and somebody else came to me with a good business plan and wanted me to invest in it, but theoretically I don't have that billion in the bank. Guess what I would have to do? I would have to liquidate. Liquidate is to sell off some of my stuff, some of my a piece of my company, or however I may choose to do it. I would have to, do that, liquidate some of my assets so that I can turn that money around and invest in that company. I just can't go to the bank and pull out $1 billion and say, "Oh, here you go, bro. Yeah, I'm ready to invest now." No, that's not how that works. You know what I mean? But in any form of business, you take risk. You know what I mean? I don't know if it was Jay-Z. Somebody said that. Me and my niggas, we taking risks, bro. Like it's risk. But see, with our people, nobody want to take a risk. If I was to come to somebody today with a foolproof business plan, and even let you take that business plan down to the small business center or wherever you wanted to take it, and have somebody that has knowledge on business plans and has successful businesses, and look over my business plan and say it's legit, you will be with me up until I say, okay, well, I need $2,500 from you. And the rest of these people I don't show the business plan to. If you want to go into business with me, we need $2,500 a piece to get you started. Half of y'all would run. I knew it. That boy want $2,500. I knew it was some kind of scheme, man. He milked me all the way up, all the way to the end. There he go. How else we gonna do it? How else we gonna do it if we don't have the capital? We don't have the money. And we can't get an investor to invest in something. Like, that's very rare that investor's gonna invest in something if he can't see the numbers. I don't have any numbers. We just starting up. Where I'm gonna get the numbers from? Because he gonna want to know, oh, what have you made off this? Nothing. So we're gonna have to do it ourselves. That means if I ask you for $2,500, that I'm asking you for a reason. See, that's the thing, man. Like, we got that mindset to where everybody's trying to get over. And I'm not saying that people don't try to get over, because people do try to get over on you. You know what I mean? Especially our people. Everybody always got a little scheme. You know what I mean? But check the Carfax. Like, if somebody come to you with some business plan, check the facts. If they can't give you the facts, if they don't have any paperwork talking about, oh, I need this money for this business, I ain't want to talk. Where's the paperwork? Let me see the business plan, because you should have one. If you have a business plan, you should have a written business plan. If you ain't got one, then we ain't got nothing to talk about. Let me see the business plan. Let me take it to somebody. Let them read over it. You know what I mean? And if you're thinking somebody going to steal your stuff, have a non-disclosure. Make them sign a non-disclosure. That way you don't have to worry about that. If they do, you can take them to court. It's quite simple, bro. You know what I mean? But, I can't stress that enough. I used to talk to them boys about it all the time, man. We got to look at the business side, because it's time out for games. Like, it's time out for playing. Everybody want to make it, but don't nobody want to put in the work. It's work. Trust me, I promise you, it's work. And guess what? Me and my brother, we got Shelltown Music Group LLC. We ain't seeing no big money. Matter of fact, we ain't seeing no money. You know what I mean? We don't put more money in and ain't got nothing out of it yet. But guess what? I'm not complaining about that. And I'm not saying it's nobody's fault. Before, I don't want nobody getting on here, oh man, I ain't got time for it. Not today. But what I'm saying is, it's nobody's fault, but that's what it takes. If you have a startup and you don't have any investors, you got to put the money in yourself if you want it to work. And guess what? I want it to work. Like, I got a plan. Like, I got a for sure plan, and I've been working towards that. My brother been working towards that. We do it every day. Got to start somewhere. And of course, like, if you afraid of failure, most people ain't afraid of failure. They afraid of what the people gonna say. They worried about what the next man gonna say. Ah, man, them niggas. Ah, man, they think they doing something. What them boys ain't doing it. Let them talk. People talk all the time, but what are they doing? Nothing. So let them talk. What is that? Wow. Because you running your mouth. I could care less about what nobody say. I don't care. You shouldn't either. If you want to be successful, bro, like, you got to work towards that. Like, put in some work.